we have. Okay. So just sorry. I'll just quickly go through so that it is available for everybody. So I am Dr.K.Sudheendra Rao. I did my PhD from IIT Kanpur, and I'm a certified data scientist. I do have extensive experience in data acquisition and analysis software, and I have developed and sold a lot of technical software for different clients. I have trained more than 3,000 students in robotics, drones, AI, and ML, led various projects. And I'm also founder and director of my own company I have started, that is Liquidtronics Tech Private Limited. I have passions related to, innovating in the field of technology and education. Uh, I have been working on empowering the next generation, of tech professionals through hands-on training and real-life projects. So this Python course we have been trying to offer. This is the demo class for the batch 2. We have almost successfully completed. Another 2 sessions are left for the batch 1. We have been able to train a good number of students, where they got as of now approximately 26 to around 30 hours. Actually, some of the doubt clarifying sessions were also held additionally, apart from this live classes that we were taking. So basically this course we are going to offer, you will have at least 30 plus hours of interactive live sessions. Weekly 4 sessions will be there: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. That is the tentative timeline. If there is any, lot of demand that comes, to change the timings, we can consider. But at this point of time, these are the timings that we would like to go ahead with. We will also be doing 2 hands-on project as a part of this course. 2 projects. There are 6 topics that we have made a choice. Out of 6 projects, whoever is getting enrolled into the course can make a, we will collect the choices of all the participants. Out of that, we will take up 2 projects. Okay. And we would be doing a comprehensive curriculum with all the basics being covered for all the Python topics. I will just show you what kind of topics we are going to cover. We're also going to have some level of personalized support. We will be creating a group of all the registered participants, and I will be available in that group. You can post me directly on individual basis, and take the group help, and other participants, whoever is available, you can take their own help and all the things. We will be providing you all the sessions recordings for lifetime access. So those are the key benefits that you will be getting by enrolling into this Python course. uh, as you know, Raj Cloud Technologies was earlier, used to be known as Raj Informatica. There are a lot of courses that are being offered. One of that is this course, that is Python for Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. So we'll be only covering here in this course basics. There is also an advanced course, that full stack development course, that is separately available. And we have a very well trained, industrial experienced trainers on the panel. They have been taking these courses, and they have their own lot of industrial experience in the relevant fields. Yeah. So let me see if any quick. Okay. Is this job guarantee program? So Sheila, just you have to wait. We will open up for the questions. I think they will be answering you directly. If you have directly messaged me, maybe our team will not be able to see. I will take up these questions maybe towards the end. They may be, I don't want to disturb my flow at this point of time. This course, Python for Artificial Intelligence, no, this is a basic course, and hence we will not be having job guarantee here. Yes, we can help you in terms of certain one to one based on the your directly whatever some support that can be done in terms of your CV or anything that can be done. That Cloud Raj will be able to help you if he can. As of now, yeah, this course is not a job guarantee. Yeah, this is basically for the people who are looking for to start off with the Python. This course will be very useful for the people who are working in a separate segment and who wants to learn basics of Python. And nowadays, in all the profiles, it becomes, Python becomes very, very basic. Everybody asks, do you know Python? Uh, I will also be telling something about why Python has become so popular during today's presentation. But yeah, people will be expecting anybody right now as a if you are a programmer, they would expect that you would have certain amount of background in Python. So this course is for those who wants to learn Python. Yeah. So if you are none of our courses, as that has been the case, yeah, you can learn. We would help in some of the courses. In this course, we even do not have that much of deeper help in profiling. Your profile being, some job assistance or the CV being how to make your CV for a suitable applications, etc. In some of the higher end courses, they are being offered, but this being a basic course, we do not have that part in as a part of this course. Okay, without wasting much of time, let me go ahead and continue the session. So today, I will be covering, how you can basically, I want you to get a confidence that you can also do Python programming, and you can start off quickly. And I will help you how you can set up your Python environment and do some basic Python's, Python syntax, how you can use it and for various applications. And I will also introduce you what kind of data types, variables are there, what are the kinds of control structures. All these will be covered in much more detail. Python, data types and variable itself, I will be taking one single session. Control structures and loop, I will be taking one single section, session of 2 hours continuously, about these things in detail. But today I will be only introducing you so that you can get a confidence. If you are a basic programmer, you should be able to get a glimpse of it and you should be able to take it off. But through this course, we would be offering much more hand holding, where a person with any background will be able to understand each level of code. That is the basic premises in which we have designed this course. uh, then we'll be talking of some functions and some introduction to basic libraries and data visualization. And then I will go ahead and put it for some question and answers through the participants. If you have any specific questions, I can answer those questions. Okay. So quickly, why what is Python? Basically, Python is a high-level interpreted programming language known for its simplicity and readability. So what do I mean by that? So most of your Python language is actually kind of, just a simple English language. If you see the Python code, it will look like as if you are trying to read just the basic English. That is how the Python code has been designed. And of course, you will be requiring a compiler to compile this code and output whatever that is required. And this was initially created in way 1991 by Rosum. This was first released in 1991. And this has become very popular. Python has become very popular mainly due to its versatility. It can it can take up most of the programming languages input. There is a SQL database. It can incorporate it. You can take it as C libraries. You can inbuilt all of them and try to develop your own application based on the other lot of other programming languages also can be taken. Wherever that stage is, you can take that inside your Python program and take it from there forward. That is the basic one of the popular things about Python. And of course, this is applied in diversified fields. You can use it for web development, and very very popular for data science. Most of the people who are working in data science, Python is one of the basic tool that most of us use for data science. And of course, automation, AI, and a lot of other fields also, it is being used extensively. There are a lot of companies that are using this Python, and Google, NASA, Instagram, Spotify. These are very popular companies which use Python as their core language, in which the whole programming is being, their own backend codes, everything is being written. So, if I quickly take you to, among the programming languages in data science platforms, if you see, there are all the languages, are on one side, and Python itself is having a very very significant market share. Lot of uh, programmers, as a base for especially data science, Python has been very popular. And this is the market share, estimated market share in terms of what kind of programs that are being written. I will try to give you some glimpses why Python has been becoming so popular in while discussing a specific topic then and there. Okay. Why and how it becomes very useful to be using Python rather than any of these other languages, for you to develop, to become a data science, data scientist, or data analyst, or data engineer, right? So that's, yeah. So just quickly coming back, I would say that uh, uh, how we can do, how you can run your Python program is basically, you would be requiring two things to be done. One, you have to install initially Python itself, and there is an integrated development environment based on which you would be running your code. There is a backend that's integrated development environment. There are two popular environments which are available. One is Anaconda, and second one is PyCharm. Okay, these are the two popular IDEs that we use it for Python programming. And throughout this course, I would be using Anaconda. Basically, this Anaconda is a popular IDE because it has lot of inbuilt libraries. Okay, so I will just quickly take you through what is this Anaconda is about. Just you can search for Anaconda on any of the browsers. Okay. It could be your Chrome, Google Chrome, or Firefox, whichever popular browser that you use. You can search for Anaconda, and this is the logo that you can figure out that this is the actual Anaconda browser. Just I will try to briefly tell about. Anaconda is a distribution of Python and R. So in fact, this you can do both, Python and Anaconda. Python and R, both the programming languages are available inside this Anaconda. You can do. Basically, there is a lot of package management which you can, this distribution also, cross-platform, compatible. Like, you can use it on Windows, you can use it on Linux, you can use it on Mac. All the three distributions of operating systems you can use. And that's why I would usually prefer Anaconda. Okay. Just you have to give your email ID and just you submit it, or maybe you can also just I will just, once you submit it, it will come. um, yeah, I can just skip the registration, that is also okay. It can say, it will say Anaconda download success. Just I'm posting it in our chat, so that you can download it. Okay, waiting room participants. Okay, where is it? Meeting group chat. Okay, okay, I have posted there in the group. This is where you can download. Just you can click the download based on the speed of your internet. It will take some time. Once you have downloaded, just I'm just clicking it again, so that I have already downloaded, but just for you to for the completion sake, I'm showing you. If your speed is very good, then it's around 1 GB. It will get quickly completed. Okay, I'm just canceling this so that my space unnecessarily doesn't get cluttered, right? I can just go to here, and I will just open my Anaconda, search for Anaconda. Okay, this is a download. Just you can click on there. It will get it will ask for it will extract and start the doing the installation. Just you can say by default settings you can take them, keep on running all these things. Once you install, you will successfully able to install. Okay, if you are facing any problem, usually you can look for certain help. You should be able to get it installed. Most of the problems are administrative restrictions. You can right click on it, run as administrator. That should be helping you to get it installed quickly, okay, without any of the restrictions. I hope all of you participants are sharing your contact details, so that I can we can add you to that project group. That how we are going to go about this. So please do share your name and contact number, so that we'll be able to add you to WhatsApp group about the projects. Okay. Um, yeah, so once you have downloaded successfully and installed, then you will be getting something like this Anaconda Navigator. By default, you can start this. As soon as you start this Anaconda Navigator, you will see some screen like this. Just I will show it to you. This Anaconda Navigator, that the screen. I hope my screen is not cluttered too much, right? Yeah, this is the Anaconda Navigator. That this is the screen that you are going to see. Right now it is loading. As you can see, Anaconda is getting loading with the initial icon being coming in. And as soon as it loads, you will see something like this Anaconda Navigator. Okay. Uh, then inside that, we are going to use something called Jupyter Notebook. This is very much required for you to use the popular program. So there are two as it is loading, I'll just quickly explain. This Anaconda is very popular for its own inbuilt libraries, whereas PyCharm is very good for your debugging. Okay, and Anaconda is very good for block coding, where you want to execute a small blocks of code and try to figure out which block of code what it is doing, and you want a small blocks of code. And and that's where we use Jupyter Notebook. I call it as we use this Jupyter Notebook, and the IDE is Anaconda. Okay, so PyCharm is very popular for debugging purposes. You can use PyCharm for basic, if you're a very full stack developer, then ideally I would prefer PyCharm to be used. But if you want a small projects, conventionally you don't want a lot of debugging to be happening, then ideally I would prefer Anaconda. Okay, that's the way that we use. And I think my Anaconda has loaded, so it has come. So this is where Anaconda Navigator is there. So this is the Anaconda Navigator. Okay, what happened? Okay, this is the Anaconda Navigator that has come in. So you can see these are the various things that are available. Even PyCharm is available. You need to install additionally. But whereas Jupyter Lab Notebook is by default, it is there. Either you can not Jupyter Lab, you have to use the Jupyter Notebook. So okay, you can launch from Jupyter Notebook either here directly. You can launch. It will launch the Jupyter Notebook. As you can see, it is trying to launch. Okay, it is already launched, so I think there is something that is happening. Okay, let me see. View, admit all. Okay, somebody is taking it. Okay, so as of now, I think it has ended. Again, I will launch another time. So you can quickly launch from here. Okay, so as soon as it opens up, the notebook interface is like this. Okay, you can create a new Python notebook by using this. This is a default folder where you have created. So basically, in the sessions, I will also be sharing, like, each session that I have taken, I will also be sharing these notebooks along with you, so that, you can quickly get the reference of this particular notebook of that particular session, whatever I have taken. And you will also be getting the live recordings. Both of them I will be sharing, as a part of, you will get live record as well as the notebook that, we run the program. For example, this is the last session's code that just quickly I want to show you, how the session 13 went with quickly some amount of details, uh, basically, I'll just, yeah. Uh, so we will also be sharing these kind of all the details with the notebook, etc. Okay. So you can start with a fresh notebook with the help of clicking a new notebook here with the Python 3. It will open up a fresh notebook blank, and that's where you can actually program and code your code. Okay. So basic again steps, if I summarize, you have to download this Anaconda and install it. Once you install, you have to launch this Anaconda Navigator. Inside that, there is a Jupyter Notebook. You have to launch this Jupyter Notebook. Once you launch, what happens? You will, have this page getting opened up. It is called, Jupyter Notebooks user interface, where you are getting, this is a Jupyter, you can see the icon where it will open up. So in that, where do we write the program? Just we click in new, open up this Python 3, new notebook. This is called notebook. Just as soon as you open the new notebook, it will open up like this. Okay, you can save it with any name. Let's say demo class, right? This is 4th September 2024. Okay, I'll just rename this. Okay, this is my Jupyter notebook. There is something called kernel, which is having an interface with the background, and the Anaconda, that whatever is happening, the program that I am trying to run, there is a kernel. So we will be having lot more detailed session about this, setting up the environment in our first two sessions, so that you will get lot more help in understanding how you can use this more effectively, in your program. But as of now, I'll quickly take you through, some of the parts so that you can understand. Okay. So, this is where I was telling about. Okay, I'm in full screen mode, right? Okay. Yeah. So I was telling about this. Just we, you can install the Anaconda. You can open up the Jupyter Notebook. As soon as you open up the Jupyter Notebook, it will come here. You can click on new, right? As soon as you launch from here, that is Anaconda Navigator from here, right? This is the Jupyter Notebook. you can launch from here. If you launch from here, it will open up a page like this. This is a home page of this launched one. And once it launches, you can always click on new Python notebook. That will open up a fresh notebook. uh, m- you know then you can name it based on whatever the name that you want. Like, just I'm naming it to be demo class 4th September 2024. This is today's date, so I'm saving it there, right? So this is a line in which I can write my lines of code. So that is the next part. So once you are able to successfully install Anaconda, and then you can get ready for hands-on experiencing the magic of Python. You can see, Python is such a simple language. uh, you can write the any kind of code with lot more easier. You don't it is not at all difficult. Even a person who doesn't have much of programming background, he will be able to quickly learn the Python and execute the lines of code. And of course, through this course we are trying to help with all the basics. And we'll also be introducing you to ChatGPT, how you can use ChatGPT to generate some code for you to do your projects. That's all is part of this course that we are trying to offer. Okay. Quickly let me, so that you can also get a experience of Python. The first Python script, this is a programmer's standard thing that we do. What do we do? We Whenever we write a program, we quickly go ahead and first program to be a simple program, saying that my system is set up and it is working perfectly fine. So I will say hello world. This is a standard hello world program. Most of us, whoever has been a programmer for quite some time, even C or anything, we always start with hello world program. That's the way that we start our programming career. So maybe quickly we can do that. So just there is a command called print. It prints whatever you want to say. Here we use something called if you want to print a string, you have to use either single quote or double quote. Okay. I'll just delete this. You can also use this double quotes also. Just say hello world here. So once you have done this, what do we do? Just we either use the run here. You can say my command line got executed, right? What did I say? Please print this string. What is the string? Hello world. Okay. The other way that I can print is also, instead of running, I can also press shift enter. That is also okay. So there is a keyboard shortcut, that is shift enter. If you do shift enter, then also your code is getting executed. You can modify your code, right? Like this. This is my name. Hello Sudheendra. And I can also rerun this. You can see there is a number of lines that have been run. For the first time, it is showing 1. For the second time, it had shown 2. Now, if I run third time, the output is changed. That is hello Sudheendra. Okay. This is my quick, first program that I wanted you to explore in the Python. Okay. So, since all of you are interested about our this Python course, I would like quickly brief about this course duration, so that before getting on to little more of Python basics, I want you to quickly go through the details of this course. So we have this course to be duration to be around 1 month, because we are going to have 4 sessions per week and approximately 15 sessions. So that will make around 1 month kind of time. each day we are going to have 2 hours of session, 8 to 10 a.m. And this course is of worth more than 10,000 rupees in the market, but we are at this point of time offering at the discounted price of 5,000 rupees. Okay. um, the timing will be morning 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. and it will be uh, Monday, Tuesday, okay, Thursday and Friday, 4 days a week, and morning 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. That is the timings that we have kept. So this has been designed in such a way that you will get sufficient time for your own practice. Any doubts that you are going to have, you can always over a weekends you can contact me individually. I will be able to help you as much as possible. So that you will also have sufficient gaps and sufficient time for your own practice, etc. Okay, so we are going to do two real-time end-to-end projects, based on the 6 topics that we are going to show it to you. You can make a choice of 2 projects based on the top choice, among the all the 6 projects, whatever the top 2 choices that we will receive, those 2 projects we will do from full end to end, starting with a raw data import, data cleaning, data, integration checks, some of the things, whatever is the missing, analytics, some basic visualization of the data. Then you execute your commands, like for example, one of the projects is, this time we are doing is algorithmic trading, using a 50 MA strategy. Then we will also introduce you what is this trading, how people want to do, all that basics. The basic assumption that we go ahead in this course is that you do not know anything about any of the topics that you are coming with. Neither you are having a programming background, nor you are knowing about any details about the project. We'll be covering with the complete basic. you know of course we will take quick help from the chat gpt, so that once your basics are clear, initial 5 to 6 sessions I will be taking up about the basic topics. Once that is clear, it becomes much more easy to do the projects with the help of chat gpt. So I will also be helping you to use the chat gpt for quick generation of the code. I am keep on telling this in the sessions also, and I strongly believe that the future will be of the programmers, not of the coders, because now we have lot more people. Right, lot of codes can be generated. Just because you know syntax, you are not going to have you will not be able to get employed. What is important is you should understand the concept. You should be able to implement the end user requirement. That is what is a programmer is about. Because now you can generate, in fact today's session itself I will be showing quickly how you can generate code so fast. And of course there are certain limitations you will be required to cover. So we will be starting this, you will be getting lifetime access of these recordings. And our new batch will be starting from 12th of September, that is next Thursday. And you can call or WhatsApp to enroll. These are the 2 numbers. I'll be quickly posting this on the group. Okay, meeting group chat. Okay, you can contact these 2 numbers. You will get the details regarding the course, how to enroll. If you want any certain clarifications, you can contact on these 2 numbers. You can quickly pay, with the GPay to this number. This is the banking name. I'll also post this into the group. You can this is the number. And the fee is 5,000 rupees for that 1 month. We will be getting around 30 plus hours of training, directly live sessions. And as a complimentary, all the enrollments that are being done, For today, we are going to have this. Raj has recorded these videos. He starts with a very basic things. Anybody who doesn't have any basic programming background at all, they can learn about what is data, what is a database, and how to use database. There are a lot of things which are required as a data scientist, or as a a software engineer, that you would be requiring. This course will be given as a complimentary to you if you are enrolling into this Python course. So basically, this is a Oracle SQL course, which is 15 hours of videos that will be provided to you as a complimentary of by enrolling this in enrolling into this course. Okay. So I will just quickly continue on the next part. So, just you have to type your lines of code. Okay. You have to type your lines of code like this. I was just showing it to you. Just you have to type print hello world. Print is a command in which you want to tell the system that it has to print this as the output. Okay, that's what we are doing it. Hello world, it is trying to print. As soon as I run this command, this output says hello world. If I want to say hello Sudheendra, just I have to change the word and print. So it is as simple as that. You write a line of code and just run it here, or use shift enter, that particular lines of codes will get executed. Okay, we'll quickly move on to the next topic so that you can quickly get. So there are different kinds of variables that you can use, in Python. X equal, there are integers, floats. What is integer? It's nothing but a whole number. What is a float? These are 3.14. I'll be taking this, data variable types and what is a variable itself in my first, one of the sessions where I'm covering the basics. I'll be covering this into much more deeper. Okay, but as of now, quickly to show you kind of variables that we have in Python. For example, x is equals to 10, y is equals to, let's say, 3.14. Okay, I'll just run this. It doesn't output anything because I have not asked it to output, right? Let's say I want to print x plus y. Okay, I'll say I want to print x plus y. Okay, just I'll see what is the output. It has given x plus y, which is 13.4, right? Because x is 10, y is 3.4. If I add both of them and I want the print output to be x plus y, right? So that's how I got 13.4, right? So that is the, you can also declare a variable quickly like this. Sum is equals to x plus y, and I would say print sum, right? I'll just run this. I got this. Do remember that, Python is a case sensitive. If I make any one of the alphabet capital, this sum is not same as this sum. Why? Because it is, all of them are small letter cases. Here it is, first letter is big. If I say this, it will give you error. What is this? Name sum is not defined. If I want to run this, I have to make it into a small s only. Then it will give you the output, right? So this is how you can run your simple text, the codes, and you can make string manipulations also, like how there are strings that you can manipulate. For example, I can simply say greetings hello plus name, right? Name I can define. Let's say I will show it to you. I'll say name is equals to, I have to put a single quote, because this is a that is the syntax in Python, right? You have to define a string variable in a single quote. Otherwise, these are default variables. As soon as I say x equals to 10, it knows that this is an integer. Y equals to 3.4. It is by default. By default, it is float. This, if you don't know what is a float, what is an integer, don't worry. If you are enrolling into our course, we will have little more detailed discussion there. But as of now, if you want to study, you can always go back and look in internet, right? Raj, right? Raj Cloud Technologies, right? This is the name. And I would say I want to add this to let's say string is equals to, let's say um, hello. Then I would add plus name, right? Then I would like to print string, right? So this is how you can create a variable called Raj Cloud Technologies, and you can add before that a hello. This is how you can do a string manipulation. Now it says hello Raj Cloud Technologies. Or I can also say maybe once my variable name has been defined, I will say string 2 is equals to hello, comma, plus name plus, okay, I will say have a nice day, right? This also a greeting, right? I can put a full stop here. I can just run this, okay, but I have not yet printed, so that is why it is not giving. Okay, that's only variable got assigned. Okay, I want to print string 2. Just if I print hello Raj Cloud Technologies, have a nice day. This is how I can modify my strings in Python. Then the next thing that usually very popular is in any programming language is the control structure. Under specific conditions, you want to have a certain quick decision. Like for example, here I would say age is equals to 20. This is my let's say one person's age. If age is greater than 18, what do I want? This is a syntax. This is what I'm going to teach you in one of my sessions about the basic control structures, right? I would say print. So you have to be very specific. It is case sensitive language, so you have to use exact same case sensitive. Here I have to say you have voting rights, right? This is a specific condition. Else print sorry, you cannot vote. Okay, this is something like you might be having a general information where individual users age, based on that age I want to say whether that user is having voting rights or not. Then I can control based on this age, right? I can just run this. You have voting rights. Age is equals to 20. Now I can change the age to 16 and rerun this program and see, sorry, you cannot vote, right? Based on the age, I can print out certain conditional things. That is why it is called control structures. Based on a particular variables, you can create a condition in which you can do different things on different time, under certain condition. So basically, this a simple program checks whether that number is above 18, that age is above 18 or not. If it is above 18, it can say you are adult, or else you are a minor. So what I have printed is like, a conditional statement. You have a voting rights. Sorry, you cannot vote. These are the two options that I have taken. You can also write something similar to this. So as an assignment, you can do write a simple program that checks if the number is positive, negative, or zero. Okay, you can quickly do that. Uh, okay, let me just go through once the group. Okay, uh, yeah. Anybody who has joined newly, who has not yet shared their numbers, please do share your contact details so that we can add you to our group, uh, for Python group, so that we can put in you into the group. Okay, regarding this Python AI course. Okay, then the next thing that usually we would be required to do is something called loops. What is this loop? You want to repeat a block of code multiple times. Like for example, I is there. I want to see for each one different I values I want to print out. How do I do that? I can quickly do this for I in range of 5. Okay, right, in the range of 5, just print I. Okay, this if you do, you can see it is printing different values of I. So what is this range, how this is working, we will learn more in the detailed about in our course. But just I'm trying to show you how you can run a same print I with the dynamically varying I. That is what is loop. You want to do multiple things there. There are two kinds of loops that are possible in Python, that is both for loop and while loop. So you can quickly write that prints the first Fibonacci number in your own thing. So that will make to use these Python codes with much more robustness. Okay, whatever you have learned through today's sessions, you should be able to execute the first Fibonacci numbers. Maybe just I'll quickly show you what is Fibonacci number. Fibonacci series in Python. Okay, so it does just I will say Fibonacci numbers, right? So this is a sequence in which you are going to get 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. So this series, how to generate, you can think of a logic in program and you try to make this number generated. Like, basically each, it starts with 0 and 1. So each number gets added up to the previous. 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 3 is 8, like that. That is a Fibonacci number. You can try to write that program. You will get a lot of programs available on the internet directly. Okay, now Python is a very popular language for because of multiple reasons. Functions is one of the common things that any programming language should be able to give you. What is this function? It quickly, a small part of code you want to use multiple times. Like, in this case, there is a function called, we had written, like, for example, here we had written this name, hello, plus this name, right? Instead of writing this multiple times, I can make this into a particular function where I can always add hello in the beginning. Okay, so how do I do that? You have to quickly say, there is a function is diff greetings, maybe. This is my function name. I would say name. Okay, then what do I do? I would say this is this function will have something called return. It will return, this function will return. Okay, what should it return? The function that is this, hello plus name. Okay, this is a simple function. I can run this. Okay, I ran this function. Now I will say print is the normal command that we are using. Now I will say greetings. Okay, inside that, what do I pass on? Let's say, maybe Zoom meeting. Just I'm trying to pass it on with a some random string. Okay, so what did it do? Hello Zoom meeting. So this is a function that I have created. Whenever I want to call this, I can say, okay, I will just change a different name. Hello Raj. So this is the power of any function that we create. Okay, you can encapsulate that particular thing inside like this variable. You know, greetings Zoom meeting, you are able to create. That is the power of most of the programming languages that are available. Now, I will quickly take you to ChatGPT so that you know how we can quickly generate the code with the help of ChatGPT. I'll just open. Okay, I want a Python program. So this chat GPT has become very popular program, for this is based on generative AI. It can generate a lines of code based on your requirement. Okay. So how do we do that? We will help you if you are enrolling in the course, little more details like, how you can register for chat GPT, etc. But here I assume that you can just go to chatgpt.com and you log in with you just register your account. You should be able to access this. So I said I want a Python program. What kind of Python program you are looking to create and a specific task or project in mind, let me know. I can help you to get started. Right. So this uh, I would, just say Python program for factorial. This is what I would ask for. I want Python program for factorial. Okay. So if you type in there, it will give you a suitable program with the basic syntax. Here is it how it works. It also explain how different, what is a factorial, how it works. All the things are being explained to you and you can generate the code. If this is there, then why do you want to, why is it that we are floating this kind of course? It is because of this. you know it is very, very important that chat GPT can make mistakes, check important info. So, that is a key point that you should always remember. Any generative AI will not be as perfect as you wanted it to be. There are certain bugs, there are certain issues. You should know how this program is working. You should know what is the basic syntax, why it is written like this, what is the problem that is happening, and this course is specifically designed for that. you know in fact, this course, I was discussing with Raj for quite some time back. Initially when I was writing my programs, I used to take around 6 months, because I used to write lengthy programs. I have to write the whole code logic, etc. Now thanks to ChatGPT, I have been able to, the same 6 months project, I can finish it in maybe hardly a week or 10 days of time. My efficiency has gone up substantially. you know that is why, when I thought ki, I should share this information with, how I can help lot more new programmers who are coming into the field to become programmers. I wanted them to get the feeling that, You don't need actually program the coding skills to become a programmer in today's world. Thanks to ChatGPT, it can generate that code, but to be a programmer, you should be able to understand the basic syntax, how it is working. That is what we are covering in the course. And of course, you are also being provided with, some prompt engineering in ChatGPT. What you should be providing in the ChatGPT to get exact results, that is called prompt engineering. How much, what is the appropriate words that needs to be used? Like for example, I can say I want a Python program, right? It did not give me what it has to be done, right? Because it understood only this much, right? If I say I want the Python program for factorial, okay, it created a Python program for factorial. Okay, uh, can you suggest alternative method? Okay, this is the prompt engineering. Okay, so there are two methods in which you can generate. One is factorial iterative method using math module. Okay, there are different methods which you can use, use lambda function. So you can see this is what is prompt engineering. You have to modify. In this course, we will also be covering some amount of prompt engineering as well. Okay, uh, basically for our project purposes, whatever is required, we'll be covering there. Okay, so one of the key popular things about Python, I was telling you in the beginning, why Python has been popular is because of something called libraries. There are lots and lots and loads of libraries that are available in Python. You know, there are inbuilt libraries. There are a lot of, like for example, Pandas is very, very, very famous for, your data analytics. A lot of things you can do with this Pandas. Matplot lib, this is very good for, plotting software. There is a very good interface, that is available. So you name a particular field, you will find a particular library. So basically, Python has become popular because, somebody who has worked for some years, let's say, whatever the code that I have written, I can make that into a particular library and make it available for everybody. So this is called, technology sharing, and the development. Everybody need not be keep on doing again and again. If somebody has developed the whole library called Pandas, for the same work, I should not be using my brain to do the same repetitive task. you know that is why Python has become very, very popular. Just you import that library and you are ready to go. There are a lot of public access libraries. I can build my own library. We will also be covering this topic. Okay, we will be learning how to create, how to import various public libraries, various, third party libraries, how to create your own program into a library and make it accessible to other people. All this is part of this particular course that we are trying to run. Okay, so in this 30 hours we'll be able to cover most of the basic topics, and we'll be doing two projects. So that brings to the conclusion of about most comprehensive things about the course. So basically, in today's topic, I did try to cover some basic topics of Python so that you can get a glimpse of what kind of topics that we are going to cover in Python. And we will be having a comprehensive course curriculum. You can go on our Raj Informatica website. If you go here, you can try to enroll here. It will be having all the full course details that you can go through. That we have last August 9th of August we had started. This is almost getting completed, as I told you. So we have all the full course curriculum that is available to you. You can also download the full syllabus. What under the topics that we are going to cover there, full syllabus is made available to you. You can go through this, and you can pay. We would prefer that you pay through this. The GPay number that I am posting again. If you want to enroll, kindly pay here and get it enrolled. And if you want any specific clarifications or doubt regarding the course, you can contact our support numbers, where you will get a lot more details about the our course and details, right? So to again summarize, we will be doing two full hands-on projects from end to end, starting with the import of the data, data cleaning, data analytics, and some strategy, or whatever the end users, what kind of data it is, some basics of what are the things that you need to consider while displaying. Lot of things will be covered in that two projects. Okay. And of course, what you will be learning by the end of this course, you will be learning the basic Python scripts. You will be able to learn how to write the basic Python script. And of course, you will be able to also know what is the basic syntax, how to use it, different things, uh, creating and using functions and different modules. You will be fetching and processing data using APIs. API is another popular thing. It's application programming interface, which is very popular in Python. We will be doing some data analytics with the help of pandas, visualizing data with the help of matplotlib, and based on the project requirement, I will be also using other libraries to introduce you to do. And we'll be developing two complete projects from the scratch, just starting with the raw data to visualization to analysis and our insights. All of that will be getting it done. And these projects are actually the real world problems, that various people are being able to use it for different things. We will also introduce it to basic AI concepts. What are the how AI is being introduced, what are their applications, where and all it is being used, those kind of basic. It's just basics that we'll be introducing you to about AI. And we will also be using ChatGPT for some amount of prompt engineering for our projects, and how we can develop quickly. So one of the popular questions that most of you commonly ask is, do you require coding knowledge for this enrollment of this course? No, coding knowledge is not required. We will be assuming that all the people, whoever is getting enrolled in the course, will not be having the coding language. We'll be starting at that level. Anybody who will be able to, join this, because, I am 100% sure in the future, there will not be any coding jobs. In the future, there will not be any coding jobs, but definitely there are jobs who will be who wants to be programmers. It could be either debugging, testing, and trying to encode the user requirements into because you can generate the code, but you have to correct the code and try to test it. That's where most of the job profiles will be. Okay. That makes my all the presentation complete. So now I would be open for questions. Okay. So I will just start going through the chart once. If there are any questions, I'll quickly answer them. And before I start answering, I would request all the participants, please do share your contact details with us, especially your name and number, so that we can put you inside the Python learning group. We will create a group and add you to there, so that we can have some level of interaction. Okay, I have a couple of questions. Can you please give the information about which type of jobs related to this program And can you give the short overview on what are we going to learn from this course? Sushila, so I will just give you the brief overview of the course. In this course, we are going to learn about this, Python, why Python is popular, and various applications of Python, where and all, what kind of libraries, and also be learning about basic syntax. I try to cover quickly those topics in today's session, but we'll be having full 2 hour sessions only all the way up to basic syntax with lot more deeper understanding and deeper explanations. Okay, so that will be much more helpful for beginners. Then we will be starting with basic data types and variables. We'll start trying to understand what is a variable, what are the kinds of data types that we can use, and basic operations like, adding string, lot of operations that we can do with the different kinds of data that will be required for our data analytics. Then the control structure that just I was talking of, if else, else if conditions, there are different things, loops, break and continue statements, functions, modules, working with data, what lists, and there are inbuilt data types that are available inside this Python, so we can use them. How we can use them? Dictionaries, tuple sets, and lists. These are the topics that I would be covering there. We have, I will introduce you to what kind of 5 project topics are there, and 6 project topics are there. And also I will introduce you to the APIs where you can exchange the information, how our program exchanges the information with other applications, what is API, a lot of things are being addressed there. We can also get different APIs exchange of information, like for example weather data, for example real time market data, etc., that you can get it with API. And some of the relevant libraries like pandas, numpy, and matplotlib, how you can use them. We'll also be covering the basics of AI. We'll be learning about some data pre-processing and some basic visualization. Then we will move on to the projects where you will learn about what how we can implement all the things that we have learned into the project. So there are around 5 sessions which have been dedicated only to the projects, to learn about in full details about the projects and its execution. Okay, we'll also be helping you in terms of some kind of documentation tip, and how you can work upon the project. So this will be the all the topics that we'll be covering. So this will help you to develop a strong foundation in Python programming. And if any of your programs, any of your projects requires APIs to be used, that also we will be covering those topics, like how we can use those APIs to fetch real time data from the internet. Like for example, you want to build a weather interface, real time weather of different cities of Kanpur, different cities of India, like Kanpur, Bangalore, different cities. You want to make it real time user interface. Okay, then you can use this API to fetch that real time data, and how to manipulate that data and display. So you will be having practical skills in data manipulation, visualization, and some amount of AI basics and prompt engineering for your basically the projects. That's what we would be covering there. And create insightful visualization using Matplotlib. And we will be working on 2 different projects in a selected domains. Okay, I'll quickly take other questions. I hope I have answered you, Sushila. Uh, you have sent me the question. I will take the next question. Hello, sir. What we will do in the group? Kumud. Uh, which group you are talking of? If you are talking of our Python course, so you will be getting some amount of information, like what are the projects that are being there, some of the whatever this Python course related information, we'll be sharing it in that group. We'll be having interactions with you, like more about that. Is this course helpful for who wants to work as data engineer? Yes, Vamshi, correct. This will be helpful for data engineers. Basically, this course aim is that we are going to make you an independent programmer who can, use your Python skills to do an independent project. That is the target of this whole course. Of course, you will not be considered as full stack developer. For that, we have a different course. But this course, with that, you should be able to develop a quick project. Some amount of chat GPT's help, you will be able to successfully execute your projects. Okay, that is Vamsi. And Satish, can you please explain brief introduction about two Python projects? Yeah, I will just maybe, I will show it to you. What are the kinds of things that are there that we will be covering? Where is it? Okay, I'll just open up here. In this, it is not there. I'll just, agreement. So, okay, this is data science course details. Okay, I will just let me see if this is the same thing that I have opened. Okay, yeah. So basically, the projects that I was talking of is these 6 projects that we are floating as of now. But maybe, based on the user's demand, we can change the project. So there, one is the healthcare patient data management system, warehouse, e-commerce, sales analysis dashboard, education, student performance analysis, finance, personal budgeting tool, algorithmic trading, that is 50 EMA strategy. These are the 6 projects that we will be using. Among this, user preference poll will be conducted. Among the enrolled participants, we will take top two. It's not that just one project. We will be doing 2 projects, top 2 projects among the, these 6, the choice that users makes. We will take up top 2 projects. Okay. So this is for Satish, and everybody can unmute yourself and ask questions. This is Raj Cloud. Okay. Anyone? And one more question. Any improvement in timings, because most of the students have their school at that time? Thank you. Okay. So Kumud, maybe we will consider this, for in the evenings, we might have, I'm not yet sure at this point of time. If time permits, we will have one more batch. And of course, see, we would be happy to have you on board, and you will be provided with the live recordings. And of course, I'm ready to help, individually, one to one. Even for, current batch, anybody who has asked me question, I might be delayed by a day, but within 24 hours you will receive response from me. That much I can assure you, that I can do an individual attention, so that whoever is getting enrolled into the course, they will get definitely the help. Is this course helpful for XML developers? It depends. So Sheila, it depends on you. If you are requiring, some Python programming for your XML developing part, why not? See, the scope of the course is very clear. We would be teaching you the Python basics and use ChatGPT to solve your project problems. That is the course. Raj Cloud, what is list in Python and how is it different from tuple? Okay, so this is Purvansh has asked it out. What is a list in Python? How is it different from tuple? So basically, list is, this is a dynamic, a group of collection of items which will have, you can modify individual items inside the list. Whereas tuple, you will not be able to modify. That's a tuple, and there is one more variety which is set. Set and tuple, they are immutables. You cannot modify them. You can only add, in the case of set, you can keep on adding them. In the case of tuple, once it is created, you cannot change them, whereas in the list you can modify, and you can update in each one of the elements. That is for Purvansh. Sir, if you inspire for software engineering, will it work? uh, if you, I hope, Kumud, you are asking that if you are aspiring for software engineering, will it work? I don't know. You are asking for inspire or aspire. Both are possible. You can become a software engineer, and it's all depends on your primary interest. What do you want to do? What is a list in Python? How is it different, Purvansh? Okay, can you please look into this question he's asking? Okay, that I have. I'm going question by question. I will be answering them. Don't worry. What is a list in Python? How is it? Okay, Purvansh has asked this question already. Sir, your number. Okay. I would not be giving my number separately. I would, request you to go through our Raj Informatica's personal that number. You can try to approach them. They will be able to share all that information that is required. And of course, if you are getting enrolled into the course, I will be part of that group, and you will be getting that particular access. That my details will be there, and you can contact me. Till that point of time, to be fair, it will not be possible to give my number to all the people in open. Okay. Yeah, thank you, Kumud. You understood. So yeah, definitely you can approach our support team. They will be able to help you with all the things. Okay, Purvansh Kothari. Okay, sir, good. Thank you. I understood. Okay. We are open to questions. If you want, you can unmute yourself and ask. We have enabled your unmute access. I'll be able to take up directly individual questions as of now. Please, if anybody has any doubts, you can ask for those questions. Anybody who wants an unmute access, please unmute yourself and you can ask. Uh,
Hi, sir.
Hi.
I have a quick question.
Yes,
So
sure.
I'm from US and I work in the morning EST time zone, since EST time zone. So this timing may not be good for us actually. Is there any open slot in the morning times within your time, in the IST timing?
Morning 8 a.m.
Yeah.
to 10 a.m., right? That's what we are doing. The
Oh,
course will
sorry.
be,
Okay, so you'll be doing it at 8 a.m. in the morning, your time. Got it.
yeah, IST, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. IST.
Oh, I was thinking US timing. Thank you, sir.
No, no,
Thank you.
only for demo class we have kept it on a working day in the evenings, because a lot of people would like to join these timings. And but our course is from 8. You can see my screen, right? So here it is, morning 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. IST. Okay, Monday,
Okay.
Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, sir, I've been working since past 10 years as an Informatica developer and IICS developer.
Okay.
So I have no idea about Python. So will this course be affiliated to the uh, Informatica and I mean, the data integration projects?
Yeah, definitely. See, we will not be covering how you can integrate it into other technologies, but I will give you a little bit of scope how you can do. But
Got it.
with the basics of Python and with the help of ChatGPT, I'm 100% sure. Even before completing the course, you will be able to do, because you have a little bit of background in terms of some level of Informatica, and
Yes, I do.
so.
I do Unix scripting, sir. I do
Oh, very good, very good.
yeah, it'll work. But most of the teams now for the big data, if I have to go into the big data, they need
Yeah,
Python again.
yeah,
So
sure, sure.
I just
That is
wanna,
where
yeah,
Python is very, very popular in terms of big data, and it can do a lot of things with those segments. Correct.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you, sir. Sir,
Thank you.
this explanation which you gave us, it's really helpful,
Yeah.
and I
Thank
really
you.
liked it. Thank you,
Yeah.
sir.
Thank you, Satish. Thank you. Okay. Anybody else who wants to have any comments or anything that you would like to share, or you have any queries? It can be not necessarily just related to this Python course. Anything that you would like to ask, I would be open to those kind of questions also at this point of time. Please feel free to ask those questions. Satish has, very nicely asked those questions. You can please ask, go ahead and ask. Did I receive any chat? No. Yeah. Anybody? Please feel free. Yeah, somebody's asking, Satish. Yeah.
Sir, so we will be doing a live projects, right?
Yeah.
As you
Two
said,
live projects. Correct.
and we'll be installing it when we're doing it on our machine also, in
Correct.
simultaneously, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that would be great, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Satish. So yeah, see, basically, Satish, the idea was that
Yeah.
I'm very frank with you guys, all of you, that
Mm.
when I was discussing with Raj, Raj has been running this Raj, Informatica for almost more than 3 years. He has been trained more than 5,000 students. When he is my childhood friend. Almost. We have been together for almost more than 20 years plus.
Right.
What 20 years, maybe more than that, maybe 30 plus. We were very very small kids when we were together. I was
Right.
telling him that earlier I used to write the program. I had I started my programming in 2004 5. That's when I started writing my own data analytics code. And even before chat gpt I used to take it used to take a lot of time for coding. A lot of people used to get employment for coders.
Right.
But now coders will I'm 100% sure in a down the line, maybe 2 to 5 years, there is no future for coders. Because
Uh,
I am showing it to you how you can generate the code quickly with chat gpt. Because that
right.
itself has increased my programming efficiency substantially. you know
Correct.
I
Correct.
just earlier I used to take 6 months for one algorithm or logic because of my own other time commitments. But
Sir.
uh, with chat gpt I can do that flat 8 to 10 days. That's a substantial
Correct.
difference.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
told me about
So
that. Sir,
that's
the thing is actually, sir, we were working on a project.
yeah.
I'm sure you remember about the Postman tool, actually, the Postman test
Okay.
cases.
Yeah.
So they were migrating it to Python, and that's where the challenge comes in. So we have to
Okay.
write our case in Python. So
Okay.
we need some kind of brief introduction how we have to integrate that from
Okay.
one machine to other. Yeah. So
Let's
maybe in
see.
future, yeah, in
Yeah.
the
Maybe.
ENLS.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. 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 That should be possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
That's all the questions I have.
Yeah. Thank you, Satish. Yeah. Anybody else? Um, I think I can see a lot of people. Navata, Dami, Ashira, Kumud, Lata, Santosh, Satish, Shravanti, Srihari, Subramanyam, Sumed, Sushila. Do you want to share anything that at least for my own satisfaction, what did you get something out of this 1 hour you have spent and I have spent? Did you learn something that is worth that your time and our time?
Uh, Uh, Sir, one last question. Sorry to bug you,
No, no,
sir.
no problem. Go ahead.
So this has already been happened in the past, right? So we will be getting the recordings once we pay all the amount beforehand, before you start the class. The reason I'm asking, before you start the class, we can hear the class once, and then we can ask the questions during the class once. So is that possible, sir? Like, can we get recordings
Technically,
ahead?
Satish, it is possible, but we don't want you to do that. I
Oh,
want,
oh,
my assumption is that, you spend those 2 hours of the class
mm-hmm.
on that day along with me, and try to go through that session, and that session will be completely, I'm assuming that you don't know anything at all. I will start
Right.
from there.
Oh,
And
okay.
based on that, after the session, you will be having sufficient time. Usually, that is my style of teaching, that, for today's session, whatever I have taken, next day morning, first 15 minutes to 20 minutes, I will just again rebrief the whole yesterday's class and
Got it.
take all the questions relevant to yesterday's class, and then
Yeah,
proceed with the next topic. That is how I design, so that, the basics and all the topics gets into your, head with thoroughly.
got it, sir. Got it. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, Lata, I think you have unmuted. Can you, if you want, you can please speak. Hi, Lata ji. Are you available? Are you speaking? We can't hear you, Lata ji. If you want to, you have unmuted yourself. If you want to speak, please go ahead. Okay, I think she is not there. I will mute her. Anybody else who wants to speak? Navata, Ashira, Kumud, Lata, Santosh, Satish D. Tam. Okay, Satish D. I think this is somebody else. Shravanti, Srihari, Sumed, Sushila. My connection. So,
Sir, so this is sir. I have to drop. I gotta
yeah,
go.
carry on, please.
Thank you, sir.
So I had dropped my connection. So just I'll quickly go through. So this is a 1 month course. It is a course fees is around 5,000 rupees. We have morning 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. IST, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. You will be provided with the lifetime recordings, and we'll be doing two real time, end to end projects that will be covered here. And you'll also be provided with a complimentary Oracle SQL, this live recorded videos from Raj. This is 15 plus hours, in which you will get a lot of database, all the information related to database, with the help of this 15 hours of video. That makes this session come to an end. So thank you for all of you for joining. Have a nice day. Thank you.